Thank you, Abigail, for that beautiful rendition. Abigail is a degree candidate today. We thank the University of Tulsa Wind Ensemble under the direction of Assistant Professor Richard Wagner for our prelude. I would like to ask you to join with me in prayer. Most gracious and loving God, we gather before you this day in celebration. A celebration of life, changing and growing in and before you. We pray that your Spirit would overwhelm our hearts this day, so that all we do and say will be bound by your will for us. We give you thanks for those graduating today, for the joy, the promise, the hope embodied in their exuberant zeal to embrace, engage, and affect the future. And now, O Lord, by your providence, guide us, sustain us, lift us, hold us, be with us in our joy and in our excitement as we experience with full hearts the gift of this day. To you, O God, our Redeemer, Sustainer, and Creator, we do pray. Amen. Please be seated. And graduates, family members, honored guests, faculty, administrators, and staff, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce the chairman of the University of Tulsa Board of Trustees, L. Dwayne Wilson, class of 1962.
Thank you, Chaplain Francis, and good morning to all of our graduates, family and friends, honored guests. Greetings also to those who are joining us today through our online web stream. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the 139th commencement exercises of the University of Tulsa. Graduates, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, I congratulate you on fulfilling the rigorous demands of your programs and on preparing yourselves to be lifelong leaders in your profession and in your communities. Your sharpened sense of personal responsibility, your commitment to others, and your ability to collaborate will shape your success for decades to come. As you put your learning to use in your new settings, we're confident that you will become valued members in those circles, just as you've been valued members of the TU family. As you begin the next chapter, the board and I ask you to use your new status as TU alumni to strengthen the university and create opportunities for those that are following in your footsteps. We look forward to working with you in a new way, and we're very confident that you will make outstanding contributions to the future of this great university. Now it's my pleasure to introduce the president of the University of Tulsa, Dr. Gerard Clancy.
Thank you, Chairman Wilson, and good morning to everyone. Just a little bit about the rules of the road today. This is a really happy day, so I hope graduates, I hope family and friends, you let your joy show today. So feel free to cheer when it's time to cheer. On behalf of the administration, faculty, and staff, I join Chairman Wilson in welcoming each of you to this day of celebration and transition. Graduates, congratulations on completing what you set out to do. We are proud of your work and achievements, and today we are made more confident in the future because of what you take out into this world. We also congratulate the families of our graduates who made the commitment to see their students through a TU education. We salute your role in their success. Now let's take a moment to recognize the representatives seated at the platform. I will ask each of you to stand as I call your name and to remain standing until we have named everyone. Please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. Beginning with the trustees and trustees emeriti, Chairman Dwayne Wilson, Barbara Allen, Catherine Coyle, Frederick Dorwart, David Easton, John Forrest, Susie Collins Hinchell, Andrew McKay, A.H. Chip McElroy II, James Miller, Ross Swimmer, and Steve Turnbow. Also seated on the platform are the following university administrators: Adrian Alexander, Ida McFarland, Dean of the Library; Phil Applegate, Dean of Lifelong Learning; Roger Blaze, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs; Kevin Buck, Executive Vice President; Jacqueline Caldwell, Vice President for Diversity and Engagement; Lynn Enseroth, Dean of the College of Law; the Reverend Jeff Francis, Sharp Champlain; Derek Gregg, Vice President and Director of Athletics; Janet Haggerty, Vice Provost for Research and Dean of the Graduate School; Kayla Hale, Vice President for Institutional Advancement; Earl Johnson, Vice President for Enrollment and Student Services; Janet Levitt, Vice President for Strategic Initiatives and Professor of Law; Kalpana Misra, Dean of the Henry Kendall College of Arts and Sciences; and Robin Ploger, our new Dean of the Oxley College of Health Sciences; James Sorum, Dean of the College of Engineering and Natural Sciences; and Gail Sullenberger, Dean of the Collins College of Business. And finally, welcome also to Katie Ahrens, President of the University of Tulsa Alumni Association; Professor Bradley Brummel, President of the Faculty Senate; Haley Anderson, President of the Student Association; Jackie Griffin, President of the Tulsa Chapter of the Alumni Association; and our commencement speaker, the Honorable G.T. Bynum, Mayor of the City of Tulsa. Please join me in recognizing these colleagues and supporters of the university. Thanks to all of you, and you can be seated. It's now my pleasure to introduce Professor Bradley Brummel, President of the Faculty Senate, who will present the awards for excellence in teaching. He will be followed by Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Roger Blaze, who will present the Medicine Wheel Awards. Professor Brummel.
Thank you, President Clancy. 37 years ago, the University of Tulsa established a university-wide program of awards for excellence in teaching. Each year, colleagues and students choose the recipients of these awards through a rigorous selection process. Because teaching is the heart of our mission, the Outstanding Teaching Award is among the highest and most meaningful honors that the University of Tulsa bestows. Past winners, whose names appear in your printed program, have set a high standard that has made this honor coveted and respected. An individual can win this award only once. I am delighted to announce the 3 recipients for the 2016-2017 academic year. As I call each person's name, I will ask that person to rise, and when all names have been called, I will ask the recipients to come together to the podium. Congratulations to Chris Foyle, Assistant Professor of Speech-Language Pathology; Carl Poland Dubois, Associate Professor of French and Comparative Literature; and Keith Simcox, Instructor of Chemistry. As they come forward, please join me in congratulating them for this well-earned honor. Colleagues, on behalf of the students, faculty, and administration, I am pleased to present each of you with the Outstanding Teacher Medallion and an award in the amount of $2,000. Congratulations.
Thank you, Professor Brummel. and congratulations to our award winners. Service is central to the University of Tulsa's mission, both as an end unto itself and as a vehicle for learning. Again this year, we are pleased to observe our tradition of bestowing the Medicine Wheel Award, honoring faculty, staff, students, and campus organizations for meritorious service to others. This year's recipients are featured in your program, and we hope that you will take the time to learn a little bit about their inspiring work. I will ask our Medicine Wheel honorees to stand in place as I call their names and then come to the podium together after all four have been announced. Please hold your applause until all the recipients are on stage and have received their plaques. The Staff Award goes to Steve Denton, Director of New Student Programs. The Faculty Award goes to John Henshaw, Chairperson of the Department of Mechanical Engineering, Professor of Mechanical Engineering, and Harry H. Rogers, Professor of Engineering. The Student Award goes to Kieran Kai May, a junior history major and vice president of our for service for our Beta Pi chapter of Alpha Phi Omega Service Fraternity. And the Organization Award goes to the Association of International Students, represented by Vice President Akin Sujana. As they come to the podium, please join me in congratulating our Medicine Wheel honorees. Congratulations to all of you, and thank you for all of the good work that you do. And now, I will return the podium to President Clancy.
Congratulations. During our introductions, I skipped over one name, and so she gets to be individually recognized and stand up all on her own now. So I'd like to introduce to you Susan Neal, Vice President for Public Affairs, Research and Economic Development, and our Chief Operating Officer for Gilcrease Museum. Susan Neal. Just warning you, that may not be my first mistake. We'll see. And the only mistake. Thank you, Provost Blaze. Before I introduce our featured speaker, I have one more point of recognition to share. At a wonderful dinner last evening, the university honored two men who have much in common. Both are alumni, both are accomplished businessmen, and both are generous donors to the University of Tulsa. Both are members of Engineering and Natural Sciences Hall of Fame, and both have been named distinguished alumni. And they are both U.S. military veterans. And they even happen to be brothers-in-law. Tom Russell is a chemical engineering alumnus from the class of 1957. He and his wife Pam have made a number of generous gifts, including the sponsorship of our Russell School of Chemical Engineering. Now they have stepped forward with a major endowment gift directed to veteran support at the University of Tulsa. They made this gift in honor of a great alumnus and friend, Cal McKee. Cal is a petroleum engineering alumnus from the class of 1948. He interrupted his studies at TU to serve as a combat paratrooper during the Second World War, and after graduating, he returned to service as an intelligence officer in the Korean War. It was a heartfelt gathering last night, and our celebration includes the reading of two proclamations. One of those was from Governor Mary Fallin, proclaiming yesterday as Calvin McKee Veterans Leadership Day across the state of Oklahoma. And the other was from Mayor G.T. Bynum, proclaiming yesterday as Calvin McKee Day in the city of Tulsa. Calvin and Tom could not join us this morning, but would All of our current veterans in the entire arena, please stand so that we can recognize you and thank you for your service. I am now honored to introduce our featured commencement speaker. G.T. Bynum is serving his first year as mayor of the city of Tulsa. He previously served 8 years on the Tulsa City Council and was that body's youngest ever chairperson. Mayor Bynum's achievements in government, including shepherding Tulsa's largest ever streets package, authoring Tulsa's first ever city sales tax cut, and crafting budget amendments to double the number of police academies and put the department's helicopters back in service. He also authored legislation creating Oklahoma's first municipal rainy day fund, and he coordinated efforts to establish the nation's first municipal veterans treatment court. Mayor Bynum previously worked as the managing partner of Capital Ventures, and before that in the United States Senate for Senators Don Nichols and Tom Coburn. He served on the boards of directors for Leadership Oklahoma, Leadership Tulsa, and the Tulsa Historical Society. He also served on the Board of Regents for the University of Science and Arts of Oklahoma and is currently a member of the Augustinian Advancement Advisory Council. Mayor Bynum is an alumnus of the Villanova University, where he served as student body president. He and his wife Susan are the proud parents of Robert and Annabelle, who are the 6th generation of Bynums to call Tulsa home. Please welcome Mayor G.T. Bynum.
Thank you very much. For all of you in the stands today, I got a preview last night of what it's like to be you today. My wife graduated from the University of Tulsa Law School last night. Yes, let's applaud that. And from the moment she walked in until the moment she walked out, I was sobbing in the stands like a baby. Out of pride in her and her accomplishment, which I think you feel for the people that are graduating here today, but also with gratitude for President Clancy, the administration, the board, the faculty here at the University of Tulsa that were able to guide her and her classmates through to graduation. And so on behalf of all of you here today, who I imagine feel similar sentiments, I want to say thank you. It's an honor to be your commencement speaker today. I want to talk with you today about a role that I think you're going to play in the world moving forward. And in particular, I want to talk with you about a particular skill that I think is one of the most important things you'll need to make an impact in the lives of people that you love. I'm a big believer in identifying heroes that we can emulate, and I want to tell you about 3 of mine. First, Albert Einstein, brilliant physicist, discovered the theory of relativity, also never wore socks, grew his hair out in all directions. When he was young, he actually renounced his German citizenship so that he could be a guy with no attachments to any country whatsoever. Winston Churchill, savior of Western civilization, probably the greatest prime minister in British history, also stayed in bed until about noon every day and pretty much scheduled his whole day around an afternoon nap. Mother Teresa, a saint in our time. She provided comfort to the sick and the dying and provided inspiration for all the world. Also, heard voices in her head and quit her job as a result of them. So I'm here to tell you today that the key to success in your careers is to quit wearing socks, to stay in bed until noon, and to do whatever the voices in your head tell you to do. No. That would be an unforgettable commencement speech, right? Best speech ever. Also my last. No. The truth is that Albert Einstein's first job was as a patent clerk where he invented nothing. He studied the inventions of others, and he wore socks to the office. Winston Churchill's first job was as a war correspondent, and he did not stay in bed until noon. He slept in a mine shaft with rats, eluding soldiers who were trying to kill him. Mother Teresa started out as a very traditional nun until she followed the call to an extraordinary life. So what do these three particular people have in common? Well, they changed our lives, and all of them were different. Einstein discovered a world that no one else could see because he thought in a way that no one else did. The hair, the lack of socks, abandoning nationalism, all of these were things that allowed him to rebel against convention. They also reflected his abandonment of distractions from his deep thinking about the laws of the universe. Einstein used to take daily walks as a way of helping thoughts move through his mind. He'd walk with students and classmates, and often they'd arrive at his house and everyone else would go on, and Einstein would just stand there in front of his house thinking, and eventually an assistant would have to come out and help him inside. More famously, one time he was taking a walk and no one was with him. And after a couple hours, somebody called the dean of the institute at Princeton where Einstein worked. And they said, I need to speak with the dean. And the dean's assistant said, I'm sorry, he's not in. And they said, well, I need you to give me Dr. Einstein's home address. And they said, no way, we don't give that out to the public. And then the voice came to a whisper and they said, please don't tell anybody this, but this is actually Dr. Einstein. And I've been out for a walk and I can't remember where I live. Now, that's a funny story, but the world benefits to this day because Einstein chose to concern himself with the universe instead of more trivial matters like personal vanity, rushing to the next meeting, or even remembering his home address. And Winston Churchill, he stayed in bed until noon every day working. And he took a nap in the afternoon, but it was because he found that his mind worked more efficiently if he broke his day up into chunks. So he'd take the nap, he'd wake up, feed his goldfish, have friends over for dinner, and then he'd work until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. He burned through 2 or 3 secretaries every day with the output of work that he was creating. He got the same amount of sleep that an average person does, but he bent time to suit the rhythms of his mind instead of allowing the schedules of others to inconvenience him. Now, this not only allowed him to accomplish more than other people might, but it also allowed him to become more confident in the superiority of his own ideas. And so when the rest of the British political class was coddling Nazi Germany, Winston Churchill was perfectly comfortable standing up in the minority and opposing them until history finally caught up with him. And the voices Mother Teresa heard were the voice of God in her intense prayer life. She devoted all that she had to God's service, emptying herself of any attachments that would prevent her from doing his work in the world. Even when she was a nun in an established order with a home and sisters she loved like family, she felt that she was called to go to the slums of Calcutta alone. And so she left the convent with nothing. Every day, alone, she lived off whatever she could beg from people on the street. And she devoted herself to finding the dying poor left in alleys to die a miserable death, and instead provided them with dignity and comfort in their final hours. Now, her willingness to beg, to have no traditional sources of support other than her faith, gave her the ability to empathize with the people that she was helping. By any measure of contemporary success, she might be regarded as a failure. She had no possessions whatsoever. Everyone she helped ended up dying. But she herself said her goal was not to be successful, it was to be faithful. And because of that willingness to set goals that were different than what society would tell you you need to do, she was able to bring aid to thousands, and the order that she founded is still helping people all around the world. Now, I'm in here to encourage you to be different. Each of you is different, and your differences are talismans against the status quo. When you leave here, you're going to be bombarded for the rest of your lives with encouragement to be like everybody else. Companies will spend billions of dollars trying to convince you what you want to buy and the experiences that you want to have. You'll work in offices where you'll be pressured to dress in a certain way, and you'll hear from politicians who tell you that you're a moral reprobate if you don't agree with everything that they say. For most of you, this is also the last place you'll be where people tell you that you really can change the world. After you leave TU, people are going to want you to go along with everybody else. And the cynical conventional wisdom is that one person can't change the world. You know who loves that myth? The people that want you out of the way so they can shape the world to their liking. So don't believe that myth for 1 second. The only people that are going to change the world in your lifetime are the people that don't believe the myth that they can't. The greatest challenges that we're going to face in your lifetime won't be solved by the herd. If they were, they wouldn't be challenges. The great challenges require original thinking, and original thinking requires thinkers who are comfortable being different. Thinkers who are comfortable not wearing socks to the office, staying in bed until noon, and following their intuition that leads them to a higher calling. And those differences add up to change. Your comfort with the things that make you different will make it easier for you to speak up with an alternative to the status quo. And let me give you a local example. Thomas Gilcrease was an oil man here in the early 20th century, and he loved Native American art and American history. So he spent years going around buying up artifacts all around the world in that area. And all the while that he was doing that, art snobs were laughing behind his back that this rube from Oklahoma was going around buying up stuff that nobody wanted. Well, he had the last laugh. Today, his collection is valued at over $2 billion, and it's regarded as the greatest collection of Western art anywhere in the world. And if you live in Tulsa, it belongs to you because he gave it to you. It's the University of Tulsa that's bringing the wonders of Mr. Gilcrease's imagination and bravery to the world through its partnership with the city in managing Gilcrease Museum. And thank goodness, Thomas Gilcrease was comfortable being different. So each generation defines what the world is going to look like. And you're entering a world that changes so rapidly that some aspects of it are only going to be understood by you and your peers. Our world needs you, but it doesn't need you in an echo chamber. It needs your thoughtfulness, your courage, your differences. No one knows better than each of you what makes you different. My encouragement to you is to be proud of the difference that you have. Own it. Recognize that what makes you different is what makes you interesting, it's what makes you unique and strong. Safeguard what makes you different. Don't let go of it or allow the pressures of society to erase it. Our differences are what make us great as people, as a state, and as a country. You really can change the world. And as TU grads, I'm looking forward to seeing you doing it. So congratulations, thank you, and go TU.
Thank you, GT, and thank you for the permission to not wear socks to work tomorrow as well. And to grow out my hair. That's great. And thank you for being our mayor as well. You put in so many hours. We appreciate what you're doing for our city. Thank you, GT. I'm now pleased to introduce once again Provost Roger Blaze.
Thank you, President Clancy. We will now proceed to the presentation of our degree candidates. Some of the candidates whose degrees will be granted are not able to be with us here today, and their degrees may be awarded in absentia. Others will receive degrees pending completion of prescribed summer work. The College of Law, as you've heard, held its hooding ceremony yesterday, and its graduates are represented this morning by Dean Lynn Entzeroff. An important tradition is the special recognition of students who have earned a grade point average of 3.5 on a 4-point scale or above during their total undergraduate career at the University of Tulsa. Our recognition designates these superior grades, grade point averages, with terms that identify precise academic achievement. After each honor graduate's name is read, one of the following designations will be added: cum laude, signifying a grade point average of 3.5 to 3.79, magna cum laude, signifying a grade point average of 3.8 to 3.99, and summa cum laude, signifying a grade point average of 4.0. All A's for 4 years. Honor students can also be recognized by gold tassel cords worn around the neck. President Clancy will join me, and if the degree candidates will please rise. There still is classroom instruction, you know. President Clancy, the candidates before you have fulfilled the requirements for graduation, and upon recommendation of the faculty of their colleges, are presented to you for the appropriate degrees.
Thank you, Provost Blaze. By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the University of Tulsa and the state of Oklahoma, I confer upon you the degrees for which the provost and your deans have recommended you, with all the honors, rights, and privileges pertaining thereto. Please move those tassels. A heartfelt congratulations. Well done. You can be seated now.
We will now proceed with the awarding of individual degrees. Graduates will be announced by Professor Emeritus David Cook and Maureen Hawley.
I recognize the Dean of the Oxley College of Health Sciences, Dr. Robin Ploger.
Will the graduates from the Oxley College of Health Sciences please come forward and receive your diplomas?
Wait. Caitlin Eileen Admire, magna cum laude. Darian Lee Chapman. Elizabeth Bujaudi, magna cum laude. Kajal Parmar. Don't let them bunch up so much. Ashley Iman Hooper. Jennifer Joan Kaysen. Corey Jermaine Romings, Jr. Yelena O. Nemchin. Destiny Daylin Sylvia Cushman. Ashton Nicole Billiter. Tiana Jacque Reed. Andrew E. Doji. Ty Allen Lott. William Earl Barrow, Jr. Danielle Marie Medeiros, magna cum laude. Ashley Marie Hughes. Sarah Kathleen Meyer, cum laude. Diana Hutchison. Isabel Christina Alvarado, cum laude. Amanda Megan Lee, cum laude. Elijah Luke Silva, cum laude. William Wagner Dalthorpe, cum laude. Skylar Diane Litzenheisen, magna cum laude. Miley Cito, cum laude. Erin Lee Anderson, magna cum laude. Mike Lynn, Emmy Easley, cum laude. Haley Kim. Olivia Louise Rooker, magna cum laude. Jade Alexis Parker, cum laude. Natalie Hale Christ, cum laude. Rachel Constance Detlefs. Ricky Leanne Duval. Sarah Margaret Eldridge. Olivia Jane Blankenship. Emily Marie Beers. Caitlin Rochelle Whitewater. Jessica Marie Warnkin. Allison Elizabeth Kenmore. Mackenzie Freeman. Jamie Connor Riley. Caitlin Renee McCaleb. Claire Elizabeth Maris, cum laude. Sierra Marie Krennick. Marley Elena Essler, cum laude. Olivia Claire Vergutz, magna cum laude. Emma Elizabeth Brandt, cum laude. Megan Elizabeth Kreitman, magna cum laude. Christina Elise Savith, cum laude. Rachel Glenn Terrell, magna cum laude. Michaela Elaine Wiggin, cum laude. Jasmine Shakay Antwine. Kyla Angelique Sloan, cum laude. Catherine Rachel Tillotson. Jesse Brubaker. Redford Allen Jones. Rowdy Joe Simon. Gage Ryan Murphy. Matthew James Woolslayer. Nixon Pierce Brooks. Rachel Kathleen Weems, magna cum laude. Erica Lee Regas. Lily Irene Copita, cum laude. Abigail Torres Cochero. Lauren Ann Bruce. Sarah Elizabeth Henches. Elizabeth Barrett Mansfield. Kylie Marie Duke. Megan Marie Hagenbart. Lindsay Elizabeth Acock. Maria Allison Gearing, cum laude. Aaron Sean Cole.
The Oxley College graduates may be seated. I recognize the Dean of the Collins College of Business, Dr. Gail Sullenberger.
Thank you, Dr. Clancy. Will the bachelor's degree graduates of the Collins College of Business please come forward to receive your diplomas?
Tyler James Hudson. Ryan Taylor Lane, cum laude. Amanda Calhoun, magna cum laude. Faye Nanette Balmaceda. Keith Thomas Jr. Zachary Matthew McCormick. Jeffrey Douglas Bacon. Gregory H. Diskin. Daniel Christopher Santos, cum laude. Jonathan Chase Gordon, magna cum laude. Denisha Gabrielle Garner. Viviana Abrego, magna cum laude. Amy Louise Cairns. Ben Zag, cum laude. Yi Su, cum laude. Yi Niu. Jin Chao Nin, cum laude. Pang Ching Chao. Ying Jing Ju. Jin Yu Wang. Derek William Hodge. Miranda K. Hodge. Curry Faith Chandler, magna cum laude. Kaylee Nicole Pace. Bridget Mariah Branham. Carly Allison Costley, magna cum laude. Denton Alexander Lewis, magna cum laude. Yong Yao. Yoon Ji Jung. Elma Miguel Chingu Gui. Dustin Earl Pumphrey. John Sejin Kim, cum laude. Dong Shi Sun. Ying Zhao. Caitlin Seal. Madeline Lee Withy. Margaret Ann Withy. Gabriella Marie Tucker. Audrey Neal Christian, cum laude. Yi Lin Yi. Aaron Norbert Gutschenricher, magna cum laude. Andy C. McCoy. Ryan Timothy Token. Emma Olivia Diller. Erin Louise McKee, cum laude. Anthony Edward West, cum laude. Colin Martis, magna cum laude. Paul Gary Moses, magna cum laude. Alisa Christina Chong. Mara Hopkins Brown. Ellis Elaine Bender, magna cum laude. Claire Elizabeth Thompson, magna cum laude. Barclay Brondum Wilson. Tyler Jack Moravik. Connor Michael Raleigh. Jackson Barnes Fusilier. Jacob V. Hanks. Zachary Robert Ewells. Randall Craig Smith. Dana Joelle Majeski. Selma Margarite Viada Diush Correra. Jaru Matheus Francisco Portugal. Maxwell Albert Harkness. Birkeland Allen Wright. Brandon Michael Handit. Gary Sale Schopel. John Paul Schultz. Himio Chao. Kun Yang Mo. Yan Chan Biao. Kelly Nicole Boatman. Matthew Tyler Truman Caligari, magna cum laude. Logan Miller. Corey Joseph Bolger. William Parker C. Kelsey Nicole Henriquez, cum laude. Justin Gregory Straith. Jeremy Ryan Ock, cum laude. Connor Robert Cass, cum laude. Garrett Trevor Keith. Cody Tyler Holbrook. Taylor Joseph Peterson. Peter F. Johnson Jr., cum laude. Matthew Robert Weber. Ji Ru Hu, cum laude. Xu Yuan Qin. Qiao Guo. Yan Feng Xiang. Yi Yang Chao. Francisco Javier Yanes, summa cum laude. Matthew Anthony Marquez, magna cum laude. Joel Frank Moffitt, summa cum laude. Elizabeth Grace Jackson LaFerry, cum laude. Kelowna Victoria Gill, summa cum laude. Mariam Khan, magna cum laude. Michael Dylan Corning. Lincoln Michael Brown, cum laude. Ashton Lee Anderson, magna cum laude. Erica Kathleen Bohannon. Trinity Alu Alu. Si Ao Kin Fu.
Jiao Chou Wa, Pei Yo Wang, cum laude. Su Lan Lu, cum laude. Huang, magna cum laude. Manal Ali Al-Shawar. Wadia Muhammad Al-Alwon. Ashley Michelle Eder. Irvin Lee Schultz. Jin Chung Chi. Yi Ron Wang. Sarah Elizabeth Hicks, cum laude. Kate Christine Melon Q. Cheyenne Remington Freelove, cum laude. Mohammed Ashim Zaudi, cum laude. Catherine Carmen Colwyn Lee Goen. Peng Yang. Zitong Wang. Kai Yuan Ziu. Zin Kwa Yang. Hao Tian Zin. Xin Zhao Yao. Yayua Liang. Yao Wan Song, cum laude. Kai Ni Kai. Jing Jing Li. Yu Yi Wang. Qin Yu Li. Qi Zong Luo. Shang Su. Zhuang Wang Zhuang. Dong Dong Sung. Chu Li. Yan Long Su. Kuing Kwong Zing. Abdullah Saeed Al-Katani. Sultan Saeed Al-Amari. Ilyas Mak Hamid Kali. Omar Nasir Saif Al-Darai. Ivan Dario Capua. Caitlin Marie Stewart. Cara Marie Douthit, cum laude. Luke Charles Wagner, cum laude. Bailey Suzanne Grufik. Micheline Bannon Kozad. Carly Lane Copeland. Abigail Dolan, magna cum laude. Alexander Gilbert. Scott David Lewis. Grant Ellis Bowles, cum laude. Madison Mackenzie Locke, cum laude. Carter Douglas Garrison, cum laude. Jesus.
The Collins College of Business graduates may be seated. I now recognize Dean of the College of Engineering and Natural Sciences, Dr. James Sorum.
Thank you, President Clancy. Would the graduates from the various undergraduate degree programs in the College of Engineering and Natural Sciences please rise and come forward to receive your diplomas?
Brian Thomas Kinzer, magna cum laude. Annette Elizabeth Sommer. Caitlin Angela Slattery, summa cum laude. Natalie Jordan Santapinter, magna cum laude. Heather Dawn Whitehead, cum laude. Lindsay Claire Crute, cum laude. Abigail K. Elgren. Anna Marie McHenry. Phoebe Mulligan. Peng Peng Wu. Cameron Vincent Mongold. Christopher Ray Borden, cum laude. Cody Jackson Brown. Stephen Buckley, cum laude. Miranda K. Sellers. Tong Sun. Min Hao Liao. Dao Wei Su. Zhong Kai Li. Tong Liu. Junji Wang. Di Xi Zhong. Yi Fi Zhang, cum laude. Nathan Parker Williams. Alexander Budson. Austin Edwards. William Todd Hirschberger. Wee Tu. Chance Walker Franklin. Day McClendon. Faisal Atola Al-Inazi, cum laude. Sarah Arain. Evan Michael Gitson. Jian Shan Ruan. Mohammed Abdul Rahman Mohammed Al-Binayan. Afia Sheikh. Della Marina Hernandez. Weya Hijo Rifi. Stephanie Huang. Victoria Michelle Burris. Caitlin Elizabeth Birch. Daniel Miller Boyce. Lucas Kendall Brooks. Joshua Bergman. Matthew Lawrence Rickton, magna cum laude. Alexander Charles Newell, cum laude. Carter Lee Kraft, summa cum laude. Nawaf Nabil Al-Balushi. Mohammed Abdallah Salih Al-Hamdani. Abdallah Sood Al-Batashi. Sagir Amir Al-Hajri. Yi Feng Jiang. Ali Amir Al-Hajri. Ibrahim Hamid Al-Mandahari. Osama Khalil Al-Zadali. Lak Mohammed Ali Al-Lamki. Jesse Taylor Strong. Caitlin Alicia McKee Tyndall. Mark Austin Ingram, cum laude. Casey Dean Strong. Catherine Lynn Clary. Murtada Ali Al-Kafali. Saud Asker Al-Hajri, Yakwadan Suleiman Al-Shukeli, Carlos K. Martos, Yi Chin Song, Grant Martin Wiseman, Cuthbert Chong Wei Ning, summa cum laude. Si Yu Wang, Han Xiu Yang, Elisa Jones, Olivia Isabel Lopez, magna cum laude. Kirk Pollard Smith, summa cum laude. Joseph Michael Donegan, Nicholas Kreiser, Sayam Sati, James Russell Butler, Gan Harrison Swan, Francisco Jorge Boa Quapipa, Suab Khalid Al-Balasi, Kyle William Mann, Keith Francis Michael Wentz IV, Walker C. Miracle, Pamela Dawn McKee, cum laude, Jacob Tyler Sherrill, Connor James Rains, Nicholas John Owen, magna cum laude, Brian Nelson Dilligard II, Ryan William Orland, cum laude, Joseph Martin Moran, Nathan Gregory McKee, magna cum laude, T. Luca Rusino Casas, Ali Al-Busaidi, Casey Noel Matthews, Paula Herrera Real, Jacob David Rankin, John Michael Rudder, cum laude, Michael James Froelich, magna cum laude, Thomas Edward Littlejohn, magna cum laude, Si Hiao Lu, Albert Song, Brady Parmenter, cum laude, Joel Kapp, magna cum laude, Tyler Nathaniel Morrison, summa cum laude, Drake F. Norman, cum laude, Alexander James Price, Austin James Jester, summa cum laude, Brian Richard Hall, Jackson R.S. Longo, Brendan Stanley Ehrenstrom, cum laude, Megan Claire Smith, summa cum laude, Dominic Nicholas Rodriguez, summa cum laude, Connor Hopkins Hastings, Samuel Robert Cott, magna cum laude, Matthew Donald Kane, Sawyer Lee Clement, magna cum laude, Josiah S. Alexander, cum laude, Arthur Mel Wynn, magna cum laude, Spencer Tomas Puliking, magna or cum laude. Rebecca Ann Stung. Brittany Nicole James, magna cum laude. Lauren Elizabeth Letcham. Olivia Joy McGraw. Gracine Diane Covert. Julia Rose Steger, cum laude. Nicholas Martin Peterson. Marcus C. Moniz. Luke Joseph Schwaber, magna cum laude. Seifola Ijaz, magna cum laude. Abdul Hamid Hassin Al Jaber. Abdul Hussein Al Abdullah. Mohammed Ahmed Al Marzouk. Hode Al Hode San. Salih Ali Al Zenate. Zhao Wei Li. Yu Jia Liu. Mi Jia Zhong. Mong Yu Young. Dylan T. Howe. Yanis G. Katsaros, cum laude. Chandler J. Losing. Paul Benjamin. Julian Atruguba. Timothy E. H. Witham. Raj Prashant Patel. Jeremiah James Binnis, cum laude. Jacob Wade Hunter. Michael Neil Gassman. Kyle Dorsey. Thomas John Weissert. Morgan D'Arcy. Morgan Elizabeth Jackson, magna cum laude. Mariah Danielle Heck. Philip Lloyd Ridgway, cum laude. William Moore, cum laude. Cameron Charles Housetrater, cum laude. Stephen Maxwell Signer. Ali Amour Ali Al-Khatri. Talal Rashid Humaid Al-Nasiri. Al-Julan Ahmed Al-Rashdi. Hatim Hamid Al-Shabibi. Marwan Murad Abdul Al-Balushi. Mohsen Mohammed Al-Lawati. Saif Suleiman Al-Balani. Abdallah Salim Hamdan Al-Harthi. Mohammed Abdullah Al-Hajri. Caitlin Marie Marr, summa cum laude. Natalie Grace Nybert, cum laude. Jamie Nicole Brashear. Laura Drummond. Elizabeth Ann Baroni. Jeremy Alexander Axley Sabo. Patrick Richard Phelps, magna cum laude. Lauren Elizabeth Jackson, cum laude. Noor Jafar Al-Bashir, magna cum laude. Yaquin Hussein Al-Kawarha, magna cum laude. Zanab An Al-Abdu Waheb, cum laude. Tomas Fernandez, cum laude. Valeria Di Filippo. Sarah Fatima Noman, cum laude. Samuel Petra Tambu Poland. Brent Paul Marcu, magna cum laude. Samuel Brian Rose, cum laude. Edward Martin. Patrick Scott Culp, cum laude. William Christopher Leach, cum laude. Sevi Beaver. Tyler Allen Trisky. Ross Edward Morgan. Grace Ann Tapp, magna cum laude. Jolie Grace Potts, summa cum laude. Caroline Summer Ibrahim. Brooklyn Marie Pearson. Jennifer M. Polk. Wesley Reed Rutherford, cum laude. Mohammed Swazwin bin Mohammed Zafarullah. Mohammed Fazli Rosley, cum laude. Mohammed Rizwan Sofyan. Ajilan Sila Thuray, magna cum laude. Riza Rejwan Rosnan. Nurul Atika Mohammed Saupi. Nur Amalina Suleiman. Anna Sharon Binti Zul Kamar. Brittany M. Elliott. Laura M. Ganem. Paula N. Grice, cum laude. Samantha Jolene Willingham, cum laude. Alexis Chow. Omar Mesile Rifai. Hisham H. Al-Gamdi. Alex Michael Leibarger. Hamoud Salim Amir Al-Rabi, magna cum laude. Abdul Aziz Saud Al-Mawali. Carolyn Diane Torres, magna cum laude. Brian John Hyduck, cum laude. Mutaz Mohammed Al-Subhai, magna cum laude. Sarada Sami Al-Abdu, magna cum laude. Samir Saeed Al-Mamari. Marwan Nadirov, magna cum laude. Hai Hoang Ninh. Nam Phun Pham, summa cum laude. Prabhu Anavarapu. Mosa Isa. Mohammed Dia Al-Sada. Mohammed Sultan Al-Hajri. Abdul Rahman Ali Al-Hamadi. Matham Abdul Majid Al-Momatin. Ziang Zhao. Jawair Abdullah Al-Makbeli. Iman Salih Al-Siyabi. Zara Abdullah Al-Jamai. Rakna Nadat Kumar, magna cum laude. Tun Hao Wong, magna cum laude. Paloma Das, magna cum laude. Austin Lee Gates.
Going. She's blind, and the last one is being let up, so you'll say her name when she gets up to the thing.
Oh, okay. This is her. This is her.
That's her.
Is this her?
She's up, then you see her.
Okay. Sumpa Akhtar. Oh, God. This is it. This is it.
She's wearing heels.
Who's this person up here?
The College of Engineering and Natural Sciences graduates may be seated as I recognize the Dean of the Henry Kendall College of Arts and Sciences, Dr. Kalpana Misra.
Will the bachelor's degree graduates in the Kendall College of Arts and Sciences please come forward to receive your diplomas?
Elias Zane Brickman, magna cum laude. Giselle Willis Kuatale, summa cum laude. James Michael Wiesenhunt, magna cum laude. Kaylee Lene Winterberg, cum laude. Sarah Rose Anderson. Jessica Ann Pangonis, cum laude. Valerie Nierenberg, magna cum laude. Whitney Rose Cipolla, magna cum laude. Marie Francine Manzo, cum laude. Katie Rochelle Hoffman. Ashley Nicole Cloud, cum laude. Madison Rebecca Smith. Lauren Turner, cum laude. Adriana Catalanato. Marcia Vidauri. Maylin Denise Symes. Abigail Catherine Rayford, magna cum laude. Morgan Sage Kavanaugh. Ronald Edward Christopher Curtis, magna cum laude. Carter David Jameson, magna cum laude. Emma Lee Cantrell, cum laude. Kristen Melancon, magna cum laude. Anna Wheeler, cum laude. Emma Galen Stewart, summa cum laude. Brooke Randalls. Caitlin Elizabeth Schneider, magna cum laude. Catherine Bryn Crane, magna cum laude. Anne Elizabeth Schlotzauer, magna cum laude. Lana K. Chapman, cum laude. Michaela Elaine Wiggin, cum laude. Shadi Nadri. Melissa Nicole Buckman, cum laude. Jack Milton Bussert, magna cum laude. Zachary Tate Anderson, summa cum laude. Drew Doran Crane. Brianna K. Anderson, cum laude. Sarah Lynette Thomas. M. Brennan Vanderveen, cum laude. Ryan Kendall Wilkins. Dallas Adam Elmore, cum laude. Michelle Catherine Winkle. Fallon Elizabeth Carey. Haley Rochelle Turner, cum laude. Jessica Walker, cum laude. Julia Lynn Rains, summa cum laude. Marcelina Bozina Chacon, cum laude. Olga Allison Dugas, cum laude. Kei Chen Yu, cum laude. Molly Catherine Doherty, magna cum laude. Morgan Lilia Taylor. Janelle Roland Celestin Jr. Michael Anthony Thomas. DeAndre Jamal Wright. Emmanuel Easy Chinonso. Stacy Lee Cannon, cum laude. Benjamin David Dygert. Sarah Nicole Johnson. Diane Britton Jessup. Mary Virginia Garland Brown. Jacqueline Dawn Lake. Joe Lee, magna cum laude. Philip James Meinkoff, cum laude. Timothy Blaine Doherty. Riley Nicole Johnson, cum laude. Kyle Philip Dowd. Matthew Trent Majorkirth, magna cum laude. Gregory Daniel Fallis, cum laude. Aaron Michael Hudson. Michaela West, magna cum laude. Ellen Sarah Dauk, magna cum laude. Jeremiah Benjamin Neely, cum laude. Corbin Bodley, cum laude. Caitlin Victoria Fell, cum laude. Michaela Zoe Pivac. Karen Rebecca Ellison, cum laude. Anthony Edward Burks. Tori Ann Walton. Leslie Ann Gore. Clara Irene Langley, summa cum laude. Sydney Lynn Fogel. Jenna Glenn Murray. Nicholas W. Weaver. Alex Wade. Emily Noel Weber, summa cum laude. Anne Mirup. Anna Marie McHenry. Jeremiah James Bennis, cum laude. Reming Lee. Branson Leon Gregory. Rustam Darkeyev. Jonah Christopher Townsley, magna cum laude. Catherine Keenan, cum laude. Madia Nadim. Caroline Grace Moore, cum laude. Tara Marie Kane, magna cum laude. Ellen Jeanette Emmerich, cum laude. Morgan Lynn Kruger, cum laude. Oh, sorry. Hallie R. Hurd, magna cum laude. Lee Eddie Nafee. Shaylin Mary Chaplin, cum laude. Ryan Scott Heffley. Kelly Teresa Cosgrove, magna cum laude. Megan Christine O'Neill. Catherine Ann Tombridge. Mary Margaret Alabac. Tara Kathleen Grigson, magna cum laude. Lantiqua Marcia Burks, cum laude. Destiny J. Hernser, cum laude. Daniel James Howard, magna cum laude. Hoi Ying Chu, cum laude. Amy Louise Carnes. Denisha Gabrielle Garner. Sarah Elizabeth Hicks, cum laude. Carly Lane Copeland. Stephen J. Buckley, cum laude. Samantha Jolene Willingham, cum laude. Hallie Elizabeth Anderson, cum laude.
The graduates of the Henry Kendall College of Arts and Sciences may be seated as I recognize the Dean of the Graduate School and Vice Provost for Research, Dr. Janet Haggerty, who will be assisted by Adrian Alexander, Ida McFarland, Dean of the Library.
Will the master's degree graduates please come forward to receive your diplomas?
Edward Eugene Springer. Justin T. Davis. Chantel Meekum. Aboye Dada. Temideo Babatunde. John Patrick Murray. Megan Ann Bookout. Jacob Matthew Dixon. Travis Hagler. Daniel Andrew Hansen. Amy Michelle Montaigne. John Andrew Schrader. Charles Leon Tack. Joseph Michael Hainsfurther. Vaityanathan Subramaniam. Stephen Newby. Rico Francis Rajati II. Benjamin Christopher Quint. David Carol Anderson. Valerie Laura Isabel El Hussein. Haley Janelle Lucero. Evan Andrew Bruger. Sarah Jessica Bradley. Layla Nicole Redman. Stacy Diane Nicholson. Carolyn Dale Hirschberg. Austin Prescott. Lola Elizabeth Dolinsky. Mia Michelle Malott. Melissa Meredith Anderson. Elizabeth Fielder. Adrian Lindsay Coleman. Rachel Christine Spencer. JC Lane Bullock. Keming Zeng. Ming Lee. Reed Patrick Johnston. Victoria Weber. Shannon Nicole Suddeth. Nathaniel J. Rake. Sorry. Samuel Wilson Bellavilacqua. Oyetonde Oyewo. Jean Marie Christensen. Matthew McCarter. Pridep Kumar Patumatu. Blaine Keith Tiernan. Shannon Rose Odom. Matthew B. Linscott. Evan Craig James. Margaret Allison Gore. Mackenzie Elise Walker. Jake Francis Brescian. Caitlin Ann Schneider. Mohammed Osman Zahid. Hattie Melissa McFerrin. Omar Ramirez. Matthew Douglas Crawl. Megan Ray White. Jessica Danielle Goulsbay Carr. Julianne Marie Kernan. Allison Brooks Gokenauer. Avery Christine Miller Palin. Megan Fallon. Rachel Ann Nelson. Alexandria Shockamel. Mackenzie Paige Stokes. Kayla Michelle Baldwin. Laurie Karen Williams Keith. Hulam Hader. Saeed Samadidana. Matthew Scott Whedon. Zachary Taylor Scott Hill. Kimberly Michelle Mulson Hassel. Molly Noah. Zachary Taylor Squalls. Hannah Victoria Catherine Johnson. Amy Bradshaw. Michael Francis Payne. Cassandra Elise Sturridge. Rachel Renee Lee. Julia Michelle Evans. Anushka Patel, Meridiana Kovacevic, Clifton Jacob Wilson Selby, Matham Sadiq Al-Humaid, Christian Andres Tejas Castro, Harsh Itan Shada, Vivek B. Oswald, Anshul Dubey, Kriti Singh, Sita Araman Navanita Kanan, Satyam Krishna, Abhishek Harits, Vikas Banjara, Allison Joanne Kerr, Leah Salim Techley, Ku Ji Wei, Carolyn Ann Beatty, Luke Francis Trainer, James Robert Wilson, Michael John Mancini, Beth Ann Brady Edwards, Sean Aaron Phillips, Anita N. Khan, Catherine Brigitte Miller, Lily Morgan Coleman, Nicholas Daniel McMillan, Benjamin Mark Pernew, Brian Austin Nick, Ram Chandra Tiwari, Clark Kevin Oakley, Joseph S. Price, Crystal Louise Gear, Travis A. Brizendine, Suleiman Musobuku, Rachel Ann Marie Garcia Hummingbird, Zheng Gu, Sim Ing Chu, Patrick Kyle Holderfield, Omar Almadi, Oluwanifeme Alkiliui, Brian Charles Deal, Carter David Jameson, Creighton D. Hazlitt,
Our master's degree graduates may be seated. Will our doctoral degree graduates please rise and come forward to receive your diplomas and be invested with the hoods emblematic of the Doctor of Philosophy.
What happened to Stephanie?
guys ready?
We need somebody, just make sure so they hand you the card ahead of time.
Dr. Jung He.
There she goes.
Thanks.
Dr. Yingdi Liu. Dr. Yilian Fen. Dr. Margaret Eva Salifu. Dr. Loai Alanegra. Dr. Osman Ujel. Dr. Cameron Brown. Dr. Mariam Bahar. Dr. Christopher Patrick Lovelace. Dr. Jason Allen Staggs. Dr. Aaron Joseph Hansen. Dr. David Chen Furlman. Dr. Marie Janelle Vasek. Dr. Bailian Shen.
He's got to work today. He's working today. The library's open till 4.
It is now my pleasure to present those who will bring the charge to the graduates. The newly ex-president of the Student Association, Haley Anderson, class of 2017, followed by president of the University of Tulsa Alumni Association, Katie Ahrens, class of 2001, and master's class of 2002. Haley.
President Clancy, Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, friends, family, and class of 2017, it is an honor to address you on this special day. Today is a turning point for all of us. Today, we've walked across this stage, say goodbye to what was, and head in completely different directions. We will disperse to different cities, fields of work, or new areas of study. Today has a unique meaning for each and every one of us. We will all find our own pieces of success, greatness, and fulfillment. But even though we're headed on diverging paths, one thing remains that will forever unite us: being a part of the TU family. We will always share the blue and gold game days, those late nights in the library cramming for a final exam or finishing up a huge paper. That Chick-fil-A sandwich that tasted just a little bit better because it's a Friday afternoon and we made it through the end of the week. The homecoming bonfire that may or may not have been the biggest in the state of Oklahoma, and the fight song that we almost perfected by the end of our final semester. These are the moments that will bind us no matter where we go next. But still, after today, they'll only be memories, the things of the past that we'll look back on occasionally as we're busy making new ones. We'll all have to let go of what was and continue to move forward. But as we leave today and forge ahead to what's next, there are a few things I would urge you to hold on to. Don't lose that excitement you had on your first day of class or your desire for success. Keep up your determination to put in the long hours and the late nights just to make sure you get it right. Don't forget your heart for service and your willingness to give a little bit more of yourself than you expect to get back. Continue to build bridges and not walls. Don't get so serious that you forget to laugh at least a few times a day. And love yourself enough to go ahead and order that late night cheese pizza, because even though you're not on a college diet anymore, I promise you'll still deserve it. But most importantly, don't lose your passion. Stay hungry for that thing you love to do and never let go of it. And finally, hold on to your pride for the Golden Hurricane. We'll always be looking forward to what's next, but you can't let yourself forget what got you there in the first place. J.K. Rowling once said, "The stories we love best do live in us forever." So, fellow graduates, I encourage you to keep this story close at hand as you continue on the next step of your journey. And remember that no matter where life takes you, TU will always be there to welcome you home. Thank you.
Do you remember the first time you stepped on campus, or the moment you realized that TU was exactly where you were supposed to be? Will you ever forget the walk you just took across the stage? As alumni of this incredible university, we get to carry that pride with us for a lifetime, because your TU experience doesn't end here. As you make plans for the future, remember that no matter where you go, you are always a member of the TU family, and automatically a member of the TU Alumni Association. With 12 chapters and 22 clubs around the world, the TU Alumni Association is here for you. Through those clubs and chapters, you can build a network in a new city, help recruit students to your alma mater, or continue to show what it means to be a true blue neighbor in your community. I encourage you to come back often, especially at homecoming, and stay connected to your alma mater by regularly visiting tualumni.com, where you can keep your address and email up to date, find out about current news and exciting events, and share all of your wonderful experiences and accomplishments. Also, be sure to follow the TU Alumni Association on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. And on behalf of the TU Alumni Association, congratulations on all you've achieved. We wish you only the best for the future, and go TU.
Thank you, Katie and Haley, and thank you for all you did this year as well in your roles at TU. In just a moment, graduate Malin Sines will lead us in the alma mater. But first, please join me in a final salute to the 139th graduating class of the University of Tulsa, the class of 2017.
Thank you so much, Malens. And to the parents here, the marshals will be leading the graduates out of the arena outside. So you're invited to meet your graduate outside of the Reynolds Center. Graduates, are you ready? Are you really ready? I would invite each and every one of you to take one step forward together. Yeah, I know you don't have much room, but a little step. You took it together, but you took it individually. As you leave this place, take that step that is the drawing of the hand of God pulling you into a bright future. Take that step and go forward and continue to think, continue to explore in unfettered ways, continue to observe the mysteries and the wonder and the beauty of this creation. But as you do that, go out with open arms, stretched out, to serve those who are in greatest need, to serve those who need to be fed, to serve those who need to be embraced, to serve those who need a hand, and go forth with all that centers that. A compassionate faith. Let that passionate faith guide you, and know that as you live that compassionate faith, you live in the hand of God. Go forth in that peace, the peace of a God, our Creator, our Redeemer, our Sustainer. Go now.